What makes a good script? Is it the characters, the adventure they go on, the way the story is written? Today I'm going to give you a quick preview of some of the things we cover in our writing program. Characters are what makes us want to watch a movie. Your character should be unique and dynamic. They may start as one thing, but over the course of the film, they change. A good example is the Lord of the Rings films. In the beginning, Frodo is very content with his life in the Shire. He likes reading, running around the hills. By the end of the journey, Frodo has faced challenge after challenge after challenge, which he's overcome. And we have walked with him on this journey and seen that change happen before our eyes. We see him grow stronger, more resilient, and more adaptable to his surroundings. Although Frodo may be small in stature and just a hobbit, the movie demonstrates to us that there's more to Frodo than what initially may appear. That's what we call making your character three-dimensional. Knowing their backstory, knowing unique things about them. When they're driving their car, are they scrunched forward, really looking everything? Are they constantly checking their mirror? Are they laid back and relaxed? When they make a sandwich, do they cut it diagonal or right down the middle? Do they cut the crust off? How do they dress? Do they go out of the house in sweatpants and a ripped t-shirt? Or are they wearing a three-piece suit? While they may seem small, little choices like this help you get a clearer picture of your character. A two-dimensional example of Frodo as a character might be he's a small hobbit who enjoys a quiet life. Now that puts a certain image in your head. Someone who you don't expect to be getting into too much trouble or up to much adventure, which is exactly why the story works so well when Frodo is thrust into these unforeseen circumstances. Where your character begins and where they end should be vastly different. The reason viewers want to watch movies or TV shows is to see this change. If these characters just live their normal 2D boring lives, we wouldn't be interested in their stories. We wouldn't want to watch these movies or TV shows. This brings us to the 3-act structure. Every movie or TV show you've ever seen follows the same 3-act structure. Act 1 is setting up the world. We show our hero living their quiet, boring, normal life. In Act 2, obstacle after obstacle after obstacle is faced by our hero, each obstacle changing them. By Act 3, our heroes have saved the day. In this case, Frodo has destroyed the ring by the end of the 3rd movie, and he, along with all his friends, have changed because of the journey they've just been on. Change is crucial, and this is something to keep in mind when you're writing scenes. Every scene in your script should move the plot forward or reveal some key information about the character. For example, if you're writing a comedy, you might have a scene that is hilarious and it's very funny, but it doesn't move the plot forward at all, and it doesn't reveal anything new about your character. In this case, that scene would not really serve a purpose. So what you could do is then find a reason for that scene to still exist and have those funny jokes, while also ensuring that it moves your story forward. Writing descriptively. When you're writing a story, you may have the crystal clear image of what's happening in your head, but whoever you hand that script off to won't have that same image. Your job as the writer is to paint a picture in their mind. Now I know it might seem like the best thing to do is create a long, detailed paragraph. However, that gets really boring to read. A good general rule of thumb is your description lines should be no longer than 2 sentences. What you want to do is use effective and efficient wording to get your image across. You also don't want to bore your reader. For example, if a character is queasy and about to throw up, you could say, Frodo feels sick. And that's fine, we get the idea, he's feeling under the weather. Or you could say, Frodo bends over, clinging to his stomach. It churns. His legs feel like limp noodles. Now, we're not saying his legs are actually limp noodles, but it conveys a more powerful image to the reader than Frodo is sick. So again, simple but effective. When you combine interesting characters with a powerful story and scenes that move the story forward, and it's written in a descriptive, engaging way, you're ensuring that anyone who reads your story will know that this movie needs to be made. And of course, the biggest thing is, if you want to write and you want to tell these stories, the only way to do it is to write.